Hey, what's up, guys? All right, let's play some more Starfield. So we're good on audio. We're doing some NG Plus because I thought about doing more Lies of P, but I talked to a buddy of mine who's considerably farther into it, and what he was telling me was not promising. Basically, the game really doesn't start to open up till about 6 or so hours in, and I'll be honest, I don't feel like dealing with that right now. This game already took a while to get into, and I really didn't feel like having to do all that again. So I said I wanted to play more Starfield. Ooh. Up here. Do some exploring. Come here, nerd. Oh, God. I have all these. Dang it. I really don't need these. I'll keep the Inferno and the toxic gas. Oh. Got you. Yeah, I think we'll probably just play
Captain,
this until it's time for
I will happily.
until it's time to play some. Oh my, what game am I thinking of? Dang it. Now I'm having trouble. That's what happens when you get old. Ooh. What game am I thinking of? Equinox. Grendel. What do I want to give him? Give him some 7mm. Sneeze. Oh.
Goodbye, Captain.
Probably play this until Cyberpunk comes out with this 2.0 and the expansion. Because it's just a nice chill game. I can kind of, you know, I'll get to talk with you guys and hang out. It's chill. It's a nice, relaxing romp through space and time. There's still a lot to do in Starfield too. So one of the things that I wasn't sure if I wanted to cover in my review is that the main story doesn't really take you through House Varun that much. You interact with a couple of House Varun things. For the most part, you really don't. There's like one of the companions is House Varun focused. So we may do some House Varun stuff on this playthrough to maybe see what that faction is like. You know? You know? It was really I was actually looking at some. I was looking, not really looking. I was listening to. He's a Tarkov stream. Well, he used to be a Tarkov streamer. He doesn't really. He still ostensibly does Tarkov stuff, but he's pretty divorced from the game at this point. But I started watching a review of his, or listening to a review of his while I was at the gym. He really did not like this game. And for very surprising reasons too. He seemed to be very, very caught up on the I don't know. He seemed like, in his opinion, he did not like the writing at all. And he didn't like the storytelling and the dialogue. And I don't know, it was kind of weird. It was weird kind of hearing him give so much critique on it, because I really didn't mind it that much. It's kind of, I mean, it's not the best. It's kind of like, the way that I feel like I can kind of describe it is like pop sci-fi, right? But I don't know. I didn't feel like it was any worse than. I didn't feel like it was any worse than any of their other Bethesda games, barring, of course, Morrowind and New Vegas, which New Vegas wasn't really developed by Bethesda. It was actually developed by Obsidian. And Morrowind is so far out that it basically is, you know, I don't know how many people who were working at Bethesda in the. I don't know how many people who are still working at Bethesda who worked on the Morrowind stuff. You know, studios change, people cycle in and out. That was easy. Whee! Shunk. Shunk. You guys haven't noticed, I'm actually also using mods. You know, we have, I went and got Star UI. I also got a couple of, mostly optimization mods, to be honest with you. To make things run a little bit smoother. So that way you guys can get as close to 60 FPS stream as possible anyway. Sometimes it's kind of hard to do. But we try our best, because I want to make sure you guys have a good experience watching. You know? Oops. Not what I meant to do. I don't need those anymore. Weird. Oh, my ship's damaged. Unless the grab drive was damaged. Oh, excuse me.
Today's not your
Oh, boy.
day.
I'm gonna try to board this guy. We got a board. Boarding action. Where's everybody? They all dead? That seemed kind of easy. They all just leave? Nice little ship you got here. Oh, I need to upgrade it flying. Damn it. Boo. Boo this man. There we go. All right, I'll power the grab. Power the grab drive. We are a little hurt.
Welcome to UC Space. Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo. Scan.
All right, there we go. So we stole a ship. It's my ship now. Mine. My machines. Why is it giving me that tutorial again? That's weird. Okay, we'll talk to Sarah first and grab all our companions. I think I'll probably do some of the companion quest lines as well. I don't think I did that many of them.
Starborn or not, you're part of So, we have a Starborn. Do you have any idea how insane that sounds? There is no first time for me. You mean your first time. With another Sarah. But you're not even... I mean, are you still human?
I'm kind of still
How do
human.
I even know where to begin? So I just ignore that you're a quasi... Fine. But no tricks. Well, you're part of Constellation, aren't you?
Wow. So you're the extra-dimensional entity, right? I heard all about you and your powers. Maybe one day I'll go to the Unity.
Looks like we've both been busy. All the artifacts you said we gathered in your universe, we were able to track down in ours. Besides the eerie feeling that we knew what was going to happen. No. Although I'm grateful that the part where one of us dies... From what you told us, it sounds like this hunter and emissary won't just agree to hand their artifacts over. If you haven't found all the...
All right.
You're not... Other universes exist, full of people. An infinite number
The others told me about
of
you.
dreams.
That you... This Andrasia? Like there's a shelf of them somewhere with... And how would I do that? A stretch of the truth, but... You are welcome.
All right, Andreja.
A Starborn. I have heard of Stranger Things. I look forward to it.
I want to. There's a Refusion secret outpost. Oh, this one I definitely want to do. Structural report. The secret outpost. Dinabola 1B.
Yes? What have you got for me?
Heavy particle fuse. So what do I have that uses a heavy particle fuse? I don't want to give you that. Anything else? Maybe I do give you that. You like laser stuff. We'll give you the modified Orion. You need 3 kV laser.
Back to it then.
All right. We need to repair this ship.
Got it.
Let's offload some of our stuff. I don't like these Grendels. Oh, you don't have any more credits left.
Anything you need to offload? Hey, what can I do for you? You were able to land it, so I'm... Sure, have it.
Alright, let's upgrade some stuff. Oh, perfect. Don't have a whole lot of credits left. All right. Oh, got some stuttering. That was weird.
Hello. How may I be of service?
Need all this, sorry.
Travel safely.
Oh, that's the back. Need to go, I think up one, yeah. Let's go. Let's see. Now, where's the secret base? Oh, unexplored.
Listen up. You have until I get bored. We could use a vacation. If you're feeling generous, you could help us out. Or we can just... If that's how you want to... This is gonna be good.
Oh, that's not good. This ship is not made. Is this ship not made for fighting?
Listen up. You have until I get bored to give us what we want. Or we could use a vacation. If you're feeling generous, you... If that's how you want to play it.
Oh, we want that. Do we want that ship? Dang, this ship is not made for fighting. Let's go back to system, back to galaxy. Let's go back to Alpha Centauri. Switch ships. I wonder if you can sell ships. I actually don't know if you can or not. I've never tried.
The city certainly projects a powerful
Hey, what's up, man?
image for the United Colonies.
Pretty
eh?
good, dude. Streaming, we've actually been a little bit streaming light. We were streaming light pretty last week, but the video, the Starfield review did really, really well.
Decorating their ships with heat leech nests would be a nice touch.
Need some work done? Okay, no problem.
So I'm kind of just coasting a little bit and taking a break from new games until the Cyberpunk game until the Cyberpunk stuff comes out next week. Can I sell ships? I actually don't know if I can or not. I should find that out. Let's see. So I'm actually curious. Can you sell ships in Starfield? You can sell ships at any Oh, okay. I just need to go talk to the guy.
I'm sure you can find...
Oh, okay. You just switch over. Neat. I can just sell this thing, right? Sick.
Nothing for us to do.
But yeah, man, the streams have, but otherwise, this has been good. Streams have been good, but videos have, more importantly, videos have been doing really, really good. I think we nearly doubled the sub count from the last time, with just the Starfield video, which is fantastic. We like to see it. I need to put gimbal. I think I need to put... Let's see. Structural? Yeah. How was your trip to, what was it, Italy? I guess Europe. I guess I could just say Europe in general. Was it good, man? Good. That's good to hear. I'm glad you had a good time. Did you eat a lot of good food? No, they lost your luggage. Weak. That is some weak shit, dog. That sucks, dude. I'm sorry to hear that. Let's see. Venice, Florence, Rome, Amalfi Coast. Well, at least they found it. At least they found it and you're getting it back. It would suck more if they lost it and then they just straight up couldn't find it. But at least they're able to find it. At least they found it. I think this is an A reactor. What is this? Got a grav drive for sure. Yeah, it's that I'm sure that was a struggle for you, man. I know you're a bigger dude, so that can definitely be a pain in the butt. That's my knees, asshole. Yeah, that's always really weird. It's like, well, I want to recline. It was like, well, I'm sorry, but you can't. It's like, what do you like? I don't know. I understand being like, yeah, I'd like you to have the thing that you want, but like, what do you like? You think I'm doing like, I don't know. Maybe some people do it on purpose. They're just being assholes and purposefully getting in the way of your shit, but. I always thought it was, yeah, everyone always wants to recline, but to be honest with you, like sometimes, like, hey, it doesn't work out, man. Like I'm a little too big. Sorry, you know. Mahler 104L cannon. Ballistic. Well, we don't really want to like. I really don't want to upgrade that anymore. We'll take what we can get here. Yeah, I've been lucky enough. The past couple of flights I've been on haven't been too bad. Well, I take that back. The one to Iowa was a little rough, but I think that was mostly because Leah was pregnant, and it was not long after. I mean, COVID was still going, so my back, I was still kind of chunky, and my back was fucking killing me. Probably better now, to be honest. Well, I'm glad you had fun, man. You went with your girl and her family, right? Cool. Nice. Yeah, be happy to see them. Did you, so like whenever you going with the folks there, like was it pretty, y'all, everybody get along? Not a whole lot, like nobody like was doing some dumb shit? Why would you travel that way? What? This is weird. Oh, good. A little silly when he gets boozed up. All right, I got you. I hear.
The great serpent demands blood. You will be made dust.
is it a week? Were you gone a week? I feel like it's I feel like I like lost a little bit of time there. Give me money.
Done. You take care.
No, actually, I need some ship repair parts. Are you all over you like back over from the jet lag? Or are you still kinda, a little bit lagged up there? Need to go to, well, I need to go to Denabola. So I guess that'll be RNA. Oh, stood at the bag thing for an hour, dude. I remember whenever this was when I was younger too. Whenever I went from, when I came back from the Philippines. Oh, that's fair. But when I came back from the Philippines, I stayed up for like 2 days straight. Need to go to Volai. Okay, at least you're gonna acclimate quick then. You're getting your sleep in before you get to go back to work. Ooh, God.
Welcome to Freestar
I'm getting
Space.
sleepy. Why am I getting sleepy? We started talking about sleep, and then I started getting sleepy for some reason. I don't even know why.
Do a quick scan for contraband, and you can be on your way. That's all we need. Enjoy Neon.
Greetings, pilot. This is Jiro Sugiyama, head of Paradiso Security. I apologize for coming over this emergency channel, but we are
What
in need of
ship is
assistance
that?
concerning the large ship in
All right,
orbit,
man, I'll
and
catch
we
you
value
later.
discretion in this matter. If you are willing and able, please see me as soon as possible. The main security office in Paradiso.
I wonder what kind of ship this is. I kind of want to do this now.
Good day, Captain.
Stay alert. Weapons.
You're human.
Why would I not be?
Oh, pardon my ignorance. We just didn't
That's a
expect
colony
to
ship.
find people out here. We didn't think anyone else left Earth before us.
You thought you were the only ones? I am afraid you have been unaware of a great many things.
Perhaps we should greet our guests.
Of course. Manners. I'm Captain Diana Brackenridge. This is Security Officer Bomani Reader. And this is Dr. Mabuti da Costa, one of our elders.
A pleasure to meet you.
I don't know all the particulars, but I'll try to
What's a
answer
colony
as
ship?
best I can. It's a colony ship. It was built long ago by our ancestors to sustain our crew over hundreds of
Might
years
open
in
my
space
window
through
here.
generations of
Getting
travelers.
pretty
It's
cool
sturdy,
outside again.
fast, and spacious. That last one is important because we had to take as many supplies as possible with us on the journey and still have ample space for our crew. I see. As you may have presumed, we're in a bit of a bind. Our ship has finally completed its near 200-year journey from Earth, only to find our new home seemingly colonized by, well, we don't know.
It's already been
Communications
colonized.
haven't been successful, so perhaps you'd be willing to... Ah, your question... It would seem that some form of faster-than-light travel or space-bending technology was invented during our long journey. That would explain why we would find people this far out into space. I guess technology leapfrogged us at some point. Interesting. I can only imagine that our predecessors didn't believe the technology would ever work, and so they made the decision to leave when they did. We do. Well, sort of. We saw structures using our surveying equipment. We've also seen the various ships pass us by. Some even seemed to want to communicate, but couldn't. Of course, we had no idea that they were being piloted by other humans. Well, the short answer is, we didn't. It's a generation ship, which is to say that most of us lived long, happy lives on board and passed our mission down to our children. It was never intended that the original crew would make it to our destination. The goal was always the preservation of the human race above all else. Though, it would seem that was perhaps a bit presumptuous. We're not entirely sure. Our engineers believe it's possible that our technology just isn't compatible with theirs. All we hear when using them to communicate with anyone is a bunch of disturbing noise. It gave me the
that makes sense.
heebie-jeebies at first. Oh yes, of course. Where are my manners? Now then, please follow me. There's much to discuss first. We'll speak more on the matter once we reach the bridge. Dr. DaCosta, you may return to your quarters if you wish.
Thank you, Captain.
I will follow you to the bridge, ma'am. For security purposes.
I do not believe we have need to fear our guest, but I'll allow it if you insist. Welcome to the Earth colony ship Constant. In the early 2100s, my ancestor, Rupert Brackenridge, researched a number of scientific scenarios: climate change, asteroid impact, nuclear war, global pandemic, and more. Each scenario showed the likelihood of an extinction-level event to be within 50 years. He fully believed Earth was destined to be rendered uninhabitable. We've always assumed that's what happened. So, he gathered the best and brightest he could find, built the Constant, and set a course for this planet here. We were told that it was the largest, most advanced ship ever constructed on Earth at the time. If you can believe, entire generations have been born, lived, and died on this ship. It really goes to show that there are no limits to human ingenuity and perseverance.
Careful waving that fancy gun around. We don't need to see what
We've got strict rules around here, but they're strict for a reason.
I am both shocked and impressed that all of this is still functional.
Oh no, I want to make sure I display my spacesuit at all times.
We didn't believe anyone would be out here, but I'm glad for it. A bit frazzled, as you can imagine. People are anxious about discovering that we're not alone, and also, while we hope we can work out a deal with the people on the surface, I do know that we can't afford to stay. The ship was built to sustain us for many years with backup provision. Well, as I mentioned, we've been unsuccessful in communicating. But since you're asking, maybe you'd be willing to be a... We know there's a settlement. You see, we intended to settle here, but we assumed that we'd like you to go speak to them on our behalf. Yes, of course. But we need... If need be, we can... But initially, I'd like you to be firm with them and convince them to leave. Let me know how they respond. We thought about it, but it simply won't do. Sure, our first settlement may be small, but our predecessor... That will be difficult if someone else plans to do the same. While we're not completely... Now, it makes little sense to give up...
Interesting. They want the entire freaking planet? That seems pretty nuts.
The constant is peaceful.
I wonder what else is out there.
You know, there was a guy who left a comment in my on the video about this ship. Because I didn't know what he was talking about at first. I have to assume this is the quest he was talking about, but I don't really necessarily know what is wrong about
We were never trained to
there being a quest like this. I think it's, I don't know, I think it's fine, right? Like the idea, I mean, it's literally something. It's literally something they did in Fallout as well. Is there's a quest line. Why is it giving me all these tutorials again? This is so weird. There's actually a quest line that takes you down. That tells you that basically they also did colony ships inside of. As part of like the continuing humanity projects from Vault Tech. You just never really find out much more about them other than they existed. We need to, I think we need to flush some stuff. Jettison. Go. Freed up some space. There you go. Paradiso. Oh yeah, that's right. We built a workshop as well. Oh man. Oh.
Such beauty in the midst of nothingness.
Captain, hello. I am
Hop, hop, hop.
Don Paradiso security is only here for your safety. Pretend we're not even here.
It's like a resort.
Welcome to Paradiso. Jiro Sugiyama at your service. Do you have a security? Neither. We're our own private, and I dare say we're some of the best in the business. Something I can help you with? Oh, it has a name. Good. Then you're already familiar. Interesting. Whatever the case, you'll need to speak a CEO for the Paradiso.
Oh, it's a business. Oh
I'll let 'em
boy.
know you're on your way.
No major incidents in a while.
Corporation owns this. Capitalists.
I'm just glad I don't work on the luxury.
Must be a resort. I'm assuming this is a resort town.
Hello. Hello, welcome to Hotel Paradis. Let me know if I can answer any. Ah, this is your first time here. That's exactly what it is. People from all over come here to bask in the sun, enjoy the all-natural beaches, explore, enjoy your stay at Paradiso.
That's exactly what it is. Alright, I will be right back. I'm going to open up a window and get some water. Hi, Vito. No, man, I don't think I'm looking for a graphic designer. Actually, I'm actually already working with somebody for all of my thumbnails and stuff. Thank you, though. Oh, let's see. All right.
Please, let the concierge...
Excuse me, you can't just walk... Oh, you're the one they're waiting for then. Do you need anything else from me before you meet with the board?
Let's go into
Sure.
the boardroom.
Have fun in the Shark Tank. And don't worry, even they call it that.
We've got some of the best private security in the settled systems.
I just feel that we should be focusing on the natural beauty of this planet, not our
Make some time for
amenities.
you, but keep it quick, yeah? I am.
Why's your
And
face so
you
dirty?
Must be the diplomat Giro told me about. Welcome, welcome. Normally I'd offer you an all... But given the circumstances, I'm going to cut to the chase. We've got our friends, the aliens, up
Hey,
there
Isaiah.
causing
Yep,
all
and
sorts of
New Game
problems
Plus,
for
man.
our resort. You like that? The marketing team came up with it. The thought is, if we can't get rid of them, it might actually attract more tourism. Come see the aliens! Ah, so it's a colony ship of sorts. Wonderful. That
How you been
complicates
doing,
things a
dude? You've been
bit.
playing a whole. You've been playing
As
a whole
much as
lot.
I appreciate you showing
It
some
does tie
initiative,
into
we'll
the
need to
story.
discuss this with the present board members and come up with a plan to our liking. Now, tell me, what are we going to do about
I'm trying to think.
Give me some proposals, people. I need something
Yeah,
to work
it does
with
tie into
here.
the story. It's tied
could offer
into
to
what the
resettle them
Starborn
here.
are and
There's
what
more than
Starborn
enough
are trying to do.
They could stay here, temporarily.
I don't want to say
But it'll
too much
cost
though. I don't know who else is watching, so I don't want
They'd need to work
I don't
off
want to
all their
spoil
debts
anything
before being
if
allowed to
anybody
leave.
really wants to know like the nature of the
What if we
of the
help
main
them get out
story,
of
but it
Outfit
does
their
tie
ship
into
with a
the
grab
story.
drive so
Like
they
it
can
is
find
it's
a
like
new
part
home.
of the lore.
We could even lend our engineers to help and give their captain an updated star map.
I should make a spoiler alert
Sounds costly.
screen.
We can't absorb that cost, and it's unlikely they even have compatible currency, let alone enough for the transaction.
How far are you in the game, Isaiah?
Someone else would have to foot the bill.
Oh, I swear this would be a lot easier if they ceased to exist entirely. Anyway, Seema's got the right idea. Either works for me. Just tell me what you want to do. We own this planet, they don't. Here at Paradiso, we don't like leaving things to chance. Who knows what these people will do with their land? Imagine the landscaping disasters they may come up with, and how that might mar the satellite imagery of the planet in our brochures.
Oh.
Much better to assimilate them into our culture if they come here to live, rather than leave it to chance.
Okay, so you met the you figured out that the choice that you made. Okay, that's about what you remember. Makes sense. What you been playing recently? Which, by the way, I wanted to let you know, you gave me that idea about Cyberpunk. I am going to be playing Cyberpunk next week with the 2.0 patch, as well as the Phantom Liberty expansion.
Well, absurd or not, that's our official stance.
Yeah, that's gonna be the next review, because I think it's actually a really good idea to do a review of a game that's supposed to undergo as drastic of a change with patches and stuff like Cyberpunk, because I was not a huge fan of when it released. Like I played a decent chunk of it, maybe 20-30 hours, and the entire time I was just like, man, this could be so much better.
It's not our responsibility. We're being more than a custom grave drive can't come cheap, and I assume they have neither the monetary means nor the connections to get
Same.
a
I
hold
mean,
of that
a
kind of
lot of people have said that the
technology. That leaves
updates have
the
only
other party in this
have pulled the
negotiation.
game up to a really, really good standard. And then of course a 2.0 patch is supposed to be huge. Like remake the UI, rebalanced a whole bunch of stuff, like revamped a lot of the skill systems. So here's hoping that's good. And then of course like that expansion's coming out to it. And so I'll probably play it similar to how I played Starfield, to where I'm going to try to go through it as organically as possible. with like, we're not gonna 100% it, but I'll do like, you know, stuff that I find interesting along the way, finish the main story, and then do a review on it. I think it deserves that at this point.
And which proposal will you... They'd be hard-pressed to defend their claim in any courts. Our charter goes back years. It was registered with both the UC and Freestar Collective, per the Centaurus Proclamation. We may be outside the civil systems.
I do know some of the patches were inspired by the show, because the show kind of got really, really popular.
They need to make a compromise or leave. Ah, good on you. You want to see a man named Benny St. James? He's the best in the business, if anyone can retro. We'll coordinate our engineering team.
They deserve a renewed chance to decide their own fates. That is the right thing.
Right. On behalf of...
Just doing my part to make sure Paradiso
People can go
remains
to
a
any
paradise.
one of them.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it though. I've actually been like having trouble figuring out what I want to play because I've been like thinking about it, and the more I think about it, like the more I'm kind of excited for it. Because I mean, the first one was just so unfinished. It felt so unfinished and like so kind of like shittily executed that. But you could see that underneath it all, though, was a really good game.
Any
Oh
adventure
boy!
you can fly
Speaking
away
of
from.
underneath it all, is a very good game.
Is that how
Jesus
the saying
Christ.
goes?
And of course, like I'm a huge fan of like I used to play Shadowrun, which is not just the video game but also the tabletop, which is based on. She wants a ride, bro. But it's you know, cyberpunk inspired Shadowrun, so I was super excited for Cyberpunk, and it was just so like incredibly it was just so incredibly not what I was expecting in like a bad way. I need to upgrade my fuel, I think.
This is Freestar Space. Please hold your current speed and heading while we scan you for contraband. And that's it. Enjoy Neon.
Oh yeah, we need to upgrade our. We need to upgrade our freaking grab drive and stuff, and our fuel drive. You played any Tarkov since the big tech update? Still here and there? Okay. Anything changed? I've been trolling chat. Of course you
The
are.
effort to make this place livable is
Of
astounding.
course you are.
No end what can be accomplished when there are credits to be made. Security cares far more about what you take with you when you leave Neon than what you bring into it.
What is this about?
Whose chats have you been trolling? Or just hopping streams and then just dropping little bits of fun here and there?
Ah, Neon. Instant sensory overload.
I gotcha.
Starship models is expertly crafted by the settled system's best engineers and designers.
So, why did you drag me in here?
You said you wanted to buy
Yes.
something nice
Can I
for your
help you?
girlfriend, so
Are you?
Do you think I've suddenly inherited a fortune?
Please forgive my disrespect. In fact,
Hey,
there's a
you're the one that told me she has expensive tastes.
Ah, yes, the author.
This is also assuming that.
Anyway,
All right, can you just get to the selling stuff? I'm not really interested in hearing what you have to say. And of course, you have no money left.
Yeah,
Quick.
I guess.
Oh, yes.
Wait, what did you actually have to sell then? What is this? What is all this? What is this? Is this something important? I want to keep that. You can have this. You can have this. Have that.
If you find something, I'll help.
Oh, I carry all sorts. I'm not one to boast, but my shop. Before I forget, I also. Come back soon. You never know what we'll have.
What is this book? Is this anything? Oh, neat. Probably give that to Sam.
Security's got its eyes on Saburo Okadigbo. Guy's trouble for the status quo.
Back off.
We need to move some merch. This is... Yeah? Yeah? Well, then you either walked into the... So, it's... Now that's what I'm talking... Then here I thought you were just...
Yeah, oh my god. Alright, cool. I saw all this, right? I'll give that to what's her name? You can have all this. Don't need any of that. Have that. Oh, you can have this too. Weapons. Keep the Kadama. Don't need that. Don't need that. Keep the Peacekeeper. Can have this. Don't want that. Alright, cool.
Now we're getting...
Oh, let me also buy...
All right, buzz off. Busy.
Okay.
Fill out an application today.
Now, how much money do I have?
Most advanced technology
Where is... Stroud, okay, there's Stroud. Let's upgrade the grav drive. Or rather the engine.
If you have any questions about...
I'm pretty sure it's the fuel we need to upgrade. There we go.
Spacecraft. Don't hesitate to ask.
It's been really, really nice outside lately. I'm really happy the weather's turned.
Hey there, the nearest kiosk.
It's been nice to just kind of open up the windows while I'm working from home and just enjoy the weather. Not sweating my balls off.
Find the interior of this ship comforting.
Okay. Whee!
Says restart collector space. Hold while we scan your ship.
Oh.
Scan complete.
Hopetown. Hey Zeus, how you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Oh, my arm is killing me. Zeus, I think you subscribe. You're a fairly new subscriber, right? I think I recognize your name just from I think you may have commented on my Starfield video.
Excuse me. A little desperate here.
I'm good, thank you. Leave me alone. Oh.
Keep an eye. I have never liked Optech ships, though I suppose that is hardly the point of them.
All right, my man.
Oh no, we could save valuable weight if we got rid of the pilot seat. Maybe an ottoman?
I'm glad you're enjoying it, man. Yeah, I've been enjoying it too. I'm still. This is so weird because I was not really that huge into Fallout 4. Fallout 76 I thought was ass, and I wasn't even really that big of a fan of Skyrim, to be honest with you, but this one is really like this one I've been thinking about playing even after I finished it, which is pretty rare for me with open world games.
Sure, that sounds like me. Oh, you should have just... Oliver sent a courier ahead of you, so grab drives didn't really take off until after the ship was built. But I've got parts not cheap though. Neither is the labor.
40,000 credits.
It's pretty... As much as I'd love...
Yeah, the side quests are definitely a big highlight of this game. The ones I did in my first my pre-New Game Plus playthrough were fantastic.
True. I keep telling my... That's something I hadn't considered. Tell you what. Sounds like this is... Oh. Come back when you've got enough.
Yeah, I would definitely, just as speaking as someone who has beaten the game, I would definitely take your time.
The prices I tried that? You could buy like a fleet of Hoptech ships for the same price.
Yeah, take your time and do everything kind of at your own pace. There's really no rush. The New Game Plus, I think, doesn't open up enough stuff to merit rushing.
Some rules. Don't even think about no haggling. And I didn't start this way. So now I look out. You may be thinking there's lots of customers.
All right.
Hopefully
the main story
okay,
so the main story is, it starts out really slow, but and there's a couple of, so it's slow at the very beginning, and then there's kind of a middle part, like about, I would say the last third kind of starts to drag a little bit, but the payoff, I think, is actually really, really cool. And it's because of part of the payoff is how they integrate your choices that you made and the way that you did the side stories, that I think really makes the payoff worth it, I feel. It is a little bit, you know, but the beginning and the beginning and like I said, the last third though is it's a little sloggy, and it's because, and this isn't really a spoiler, basically there is a point in the game where, okay, I need to go make some money. Oh, do I have access to this? Cool, I didn't know this. Anti-grav. There's a point in the story where basically, like, you've gotten a lot of large story beats, and they send you to go do a... Captain, they just send you to go get the magic MacGuffins for like 4 quests straight, and that's all you're doing for 4 quests straight, and it's kind of... It's a very, very weak part of the story, and it's probably the weakest part of the story. Because there's no wonder or any sort of story beats that you're getting. There's no exposition or anything like that. It's literally just, hey, we want you to, like, we forgot to write this part. We forgot to write dialogue for this part of the game. So we're just gonna have you just collect some bullshit for us. It sucks because it's like, you know, up until then, you're finding out a lot of cool, you're finding out kind of like some interesting lore about the Starborn, and you're figuring out like, oh, unexplored route. How? Oh, there we go. You're finding out a lot of cool lore about the Starborn. You're finding out stuff about like your shipmates and your crew, because they're basically getting like approval with you. the Starborn are giving you exposition over what they've done and what they've, why they are the way they are. You know, just a lot of cool, like, world building stuff. But, and then you get stuck with, hey, go chase these, you know, go chase some bullshit for 4 quests. Not good. Said, probably the weakest part of the main story, I think. But once you hit the end, I think it pays off. Ooh. What side stories have you done so far, Zeus? If you don't mind me asking. There's no rush on the main story, man. I would just do it when you feel like doing it. When it gets boring, go do something else. I think there's plenty of game to do and plenty of things to look at.
I attempted an informal greeting, but I am
Aquila City, some of the Paradiso side quests. I gotcha. Yeah, I'm kind of like, I'm kind of just because I put a community post about it. I don't know if you saw it, but we're starting anything that isn't main story content. No, don't do that. Get out of here, Isaiah. Don't steer people wrong. Don't listen to him. He's being an asshole. This is a hellhole of a planet. What is this? What was I talking about before? I can't even remember now. It's your fuck. You're an asshole, Isaiah. Now I can. You threw me off my train of thought. Now I can't remember what I was gonna say next. Yeah, I think the only thing that sucks about, like, the only thing I'm having issues with is, unfortunately, I've been wanting to just play this game instead of... Neon's really cool. Neon is really, really cool. Neon might be one of my favorite cities, just by pure aesthetics. Because it's got like a cool cyberpunk look to it. It's also pretty cyberpunky because there's even like some. Yeah, give me your shit, bitch. There's even some cool like intrigue between the corporations that you get involved with. At? Whoop. Hey, what is this? Aquila was also fun though. It's I mean it's Space Texas, so I mean who doesn't like Space Texas? Really, same, Isaiah. But I think the fact of the matter is, it's not that dangerous in any of the cities. Like even like, what was it, the den or whatever? That is supposedly the kind of like neutral space. It doesn't really feel that dangerous. It just feels dirty. Same thing with like the place where it's the Red Mile. Is it the Red Mile? Yeah, it's the Red Mile. It's like it didn't feel that dangerous, right? It just felt like Space Vegas. Oh. Oh, get domed. I got him. One tapped. Two tapped. I've been also trying not to hoard as much this playthrough. I ended the game with so much crap. Insane. I want to do the Isaiah, have you done the Ryujin Industries quests? I haven't done those. I want to, I should probably, I'm looking forward to doing them. Gotcha. Iridium's here. How's the build looking at NG+? So you've essentially become God, right? Not God. You become a... You start hopping around. I don't know why it keeps giving me those tutorials, but now we're just getting like... Now we're just getting kind of... I'm trying to up my crafting stuff so that way I can start... Because I did almost... I don't think I did any outpost building in my first playthrough. So I want to try to do some of that, and I also want to try to get more starship stuff so that way I can build a badass, you know, a pimp cruiser, you know, really enforce the will of my character upon the universe with the pimpest ship that we can make. Why does it keep putting me? Why does it keep doing that? Go to secret outpost. Is there an underground part to this? But yeah, at this point, Isaiah, I'm just kind of like putting points into what makes, like, whatever is going to get me the coolest looking ship. Ooh, I don't know if I can get behind that one, man. I can definitely see why this would be some people's favorite.
It would appear that shortcuts were taken when surveying this site for construction.
But it's like, it's not my favorite. It's definitely up there as like a good one. It's not my favorite though. I'm an old fart, and I'm an old school Morrowind fan. Just because the amount of freedom that exists in Morrowind is just nuts. Like, and it was a game that is very much a game that you had to really try hard to you had to try really like it had that right amount of difficulty and role-playing stuff and like how broken you could get it that I absolutely love in games. It's a hard shit game though. Like, I remember that game being very like, that game I think is still very difficult. I tried to play it recently. Maybe I'll play it on stream sometime. It's not, I don't necessarily know if it's a good stream game because it looks kind of, it's pretty ugly. Maybe if they ever finish those like New Vegas is probably my second favorite Bethesda game of all time. Because the writing is just fantastic. Throwing Dart Master.
might find in their pockets.
Yeah, but Starfield's definitely, it's up there though. It's definitely up there. If I had to do like a top 3, it would be Morrowind at the top, then New Vegas, then Starfield. I was just not like, Skyrim was just not for me. I think like I think it was just not. It was not in the cards for me to enjoy. Why is this like this? It's weird. I'm guessing it's got to be over that crater, right? But even just like the weird wacky stuff in Morrowind, like the, you know, you leave Seyda and the wizard just falls out of nowhere, and he's got scrolls of Icarian flight on him, and if you cast this, like, and the game does not stop you whatsoever. It just says like, hey, this scroll will give you 1000 skill in athletics, right? And you go, oh, that's fantastic, and you use it, and then you jump the whole entire length of the continent. Yeah, exactly. The game doesn't, and that is literally, you can literally kill yourself within the first 40 minutes of the game. The game doesn't stop you from doing it. It just lets you do it. I think that's awesome. Like, it's hilarious how like the freedom that the game gives you to go, if you don't think about this right, you're gonna die. or if you don't die, right, and you jump towards where there's water, the game legitimately will auto-save you in place and like over the fucking ocean, or it'll auto-save you mid-flight. Like, we played it on Xbox. Like, my brother and I played it on Xbox whenever it first came out, and it legit, like, we tried to load our save game and we had waited too long, so it pushed out our saves at Seyda. So when we loaded our save, we were still just flying in the air, headed towards the ocean. And when we finally landed, we were so far away from the ocean that we got killed by like the razorfish in the water. We thought it was like, we were like, oh, this is bullshit. This game sucks. But then we got older and we kind of started to, you know, we started to get a little bit better about how we play games. And then we realized, okay, where the fuck is this entrance to this thing? And we just, like, we kind of figured it out, and we kind of, you know, we kind of just got smarter about playing, and we just figured out, like, hey, don't use that scroll, idiot. You know, like, it's like, sell it or use it for some sort of or there's like, I think there's a couple of combinations that where you could actually use it for stuff, but for the most part it's just like, hey, you know, get good sort of deal. It's just very old school at game design, and I'm a sucker for that shit. I also don't like, I'm very confused as to where this thing is supposed to be taking me. Like, it says go to the secret outpost. We're at this UC compound that says that that's the secret outpost. Let's see here. This is partially explored. I think the stuff that holds this game back, though, it's like the, this is gonna sound derogatory, and it may sound like it's definitely reductive, but I just don't like that they have slowly stripped out a lot of the customization from your gear. I don't think like it makes any sense. All right, I'm gonna have to look this up. I'm kind of tired of running around, not knowing where to go. Mantis, Starfield. Yeah. The stuff that I don't like in Starfield is that, like, yet again they've managed to strip out even more intuitive customization options. Like, one of the things I don't like that they took out was in Fallout 4, you used to be able to pick up guns. You would pick up the guns and you could strip them of attachments. So you could take off, like, you know, a gun had a suppressor or a magazine or a stock that you could use on a different gun. Then you could take the, you know, you could take the bits and pieces off of it and move it to another gun as long as they were compatible parts. You can't do that in this, and I don't really know why they took it out. Like, it doesn't make any sense. You don't store the parts. You do it for your, the weird thing is you do it for your ship. It stores it for your ship, but you don't store it for guns. Like, you have to burn resources every single time. You have to burn resources every single time you want to change pieces on a gun. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
It's not the best you can do.
Same thing with, like, you know, spacesuits, right? Like, you can't customize your, like, there's even less customizability with your spacesuits than you have the armor parts of Fallout 4. And in Skyrim, you were able to fully kind of customize your armor suits. You could wear a different helmet, different chest piece, different greaves, different gauntlets. I believe you even had shoulder pads. Maybe that might have been a mod that I was using. But the point is that there was much more ways for you to get the character that you want. In this one, and like this one, you would think that everything being so modular, you could very easily figure out how you want your character to look, but you don't get that. Interesting. They were running tests here. And they even, you know, not to kind of wax and wane about like old games, but in Morrowind, the difference between Morrowind and Skyrim is, like, in Skyrim you lost, there was no, basically, like, all of the stuff to customize spells was completely gone. There's no way to, all the spell customization was completely dumbed down to, you just use the spells that we already made up for you. Whereas in Morrowind, Morrowind and Oblivion, you straight up could make your own spells, and some of the spells were straight up busted.
An interesting find. Shall we?
And there are ways to kind of cheese the system to make some pretty busted stuff. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Isaiah. Like, there's some, like, the interesting thing, like, there were interesting ways to kind of cheese the system, and of course, I'm sure they knew about it. But one of the things that I think about is, so charm spells, right? You know, something that increased your persuasion by like 100, or your lockpicking by 100, or whatever stat you needed to like, let's say your, you know, whatever skill was tied to money making. The game straight up like, the way that the game scaled kind of balanced you making spells was, if you made a spell, the MP costs would go up and down depending on the effects. So let's say you had a spell like a fireball spell, right? And it did 1,000 damage. Well, the mana cost of that would be pretty large to match up for it. Duration spells, like spells that would buff your stats, had very, very high mana costs. So, because, like, based on mostly scaling on time. So if I gave myself 1,000 persuasion skill for 10 minutes, the mana cost would be like astronomical. But what you could do is you could increase your persuasion by 1,000 for a second. You would cast the spell and then immediately talk to the NPC, and it would snapshot your stats, and you'd basically, you know, it does like the conversations are like in this, where as soon as you talk to somebody, all time stops. And that was always really cool to me. The fact that you could kind of use this, like if you were smart and you understood the game systems, you could make something that busted. But you would never know that just from, you know, you wouldn't know that as somebody who just, you wouldn't be able to do that if all you had was just what the kind of what spells, whatever spells the game gave you. And I mean, you know, that might be an exploit, but the thing is they never patched it out. It's still in there to this day. Like you can still play Morrowind and it has those same exact systems. Same thing with, which I think you know, Oblivion carried on a lot of it. I think still Oblivion still had a fair amount of the systems. I think Oblivion would be a better game if the story wasn't as kind of like I think the story just kind of lost me. Oblivion's like a soft fourth place. I really don't know where I'm supposed to go for this Mantis quest. Like I'm kind of lost. I feel like I'm supposed to go down something. But when I went down, it didn't really didn't take me anywhere. So we're just gonna go to the waypoint and see if we can figure out how to go lower down. Maybe there's a cave system? Yeah. Which it looks like. No, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think there's anything similar to this. But we don't. I don't think we're gonna have to wait. It doesn't look like we're gonna have to wait long for more news on Elder Scrolls 6. I think in the documentation leaks for Microsoft, it looks like that's like we could start seeing news as early as next year. You know what would be really interesting is if there was a way to like if they did tie all of their games together with kind of this way, the way that this game does like multiverse stuff. I think that would be neat. I don't think they will. But it's nice to think about. Yeah, a Cthulhu space horror god would be kind of cool. And they kind of leave some of that open. Like the Varun have the snake god thing that they worship, and there's characters in the game that are just like, I don't know, it could be a thing. Who, kind of hard to say. Like we use technology to hop around. I thought. Like a 1% chance to get that in New Game Plus. That'd be kind of fun. Hold on a sec. I still don't understand where. Cannot find secret outpost Mantis. I do not understand. Let's go back up to orbit.
taking off immediately, or are there other matters that require your attention?
Oh. I didn't land at the right place. Has anyone played Skyrim like recently, like semi-recently? You guys played Skyrim semi-recently? There's some people I know who like will like pick it up and do like a main story run once a year or something.
This here is our fight, so you can get the hell out or we'll kill you. The lair of the mantis is ours. 5,
You get grenades.
4, get the hell out now. 3, this is happening.
Oh. Is that an AK? That is an AK. Neat. Shot you in the butt. Come here.
We'll pay for that.
Best not to leave anything useful behind.
Hey, come back here. I just want to say hello.
You're doing well, Leon. Almost there. I know. Things have been difficult. The mantle of the mantis is a heavy burden. But you give so much good. Spacers and pirates need someone to fear. Someone to check them. To make them realize some lines cannot be crossed.
So met with a lawyer and was prepared to party. Hard. The video will was emotional. Mom and I stopped talking years ago. Mom didn't look good. But it was Mom. As weird, crazy, and cryptic as ever. I'm almost surprised she remembered she even had a son. It was hard to hear. Almost touching. But then the punchline. No inheritance until I go to Mom's secret base on Denebola 1B. And she ends not with an I love you or an I'm proud of you. No. Sic semper tyrannis. My God. Always with that stupid Latin saying. Over and over she'd say that damn thing. Thanks, Mom. Thanks oh so much.
This does seem interesting, Zeus. I'm intrigued.
There you are!
So the Mantis seems to be kind of like is a vigilante. So there's gold mine Mantis. Okay.
Calling all spacers. You know who you are. Because that's what they call us, isn't it? The ones in charge. The ones who never respected us. The Free Star Collective. The United Colonies. Even the Crimson Fleet and Ecliptic. They see us as the leftovers. The unaligned space scum running rampant across the settled systems. And you know what? Maybe they're right. But so what? We matter just as much as they do. We deserve just as much as they do. A lot of you have been all over. You've seen the empty buildings, labs, factories, whatever. They're out there, blocks of them, abandoned after the colony.
Yeah, city maps are my biggest sore spot with this game.
And everything inside. Are you gonna let them do that?
Like, even though, I mean, I said in my video that this game, you should not think of this game as an exploration game. But I mean, even RPGs need maps, man. Like, I think it is crazy that they made this game with no map. I guess let's not say it like, let's not say there's no map. It's just like it's functionally useless, right? All it shows is that, like, that weird blue overlay and that weird blue like overlay with all it's got are a bunch of POIs.
I guess it's possible. She never talked about where she got her fortune. And man, she could handle herself anywhere. It's a lot to take in.
It's so weird that I think it's such a weird design decision on their part that they did something like that. And I can't, for the life of me, really think of a good reason as to why they did something like that. And maybe we'll never know. And you know, the good thing is that these games normally have a very extensive modding communities. So my hope is that someone's just gonna mod it in, and it'll make it a whole lot more bearable. And we'll all sit there wondering, like, this guy did it with mods. Like, why couldn't you just do this on release? Nature of the beast, I guess. Whoop, that grenade bounced. Man, space shotguns are awesome. Uh-oh. Oh, knocked the guns out of his hands. Yeah. Give me. Oh god. Get away from me. This is dumb.
You are not allowed in this area.
Is there a robot someplace? Well, that sucks. So he's dead. These guys all got smoked. All right, you.
Wait, don't shoot. I am unarmed. Look, we can help each other. I can be useful. Just don't kill me. It's because I'm smart. You've killed so many. I am nothing. No chance. So we can make a deal? This place was full of traps. Traps everywhere. I removed them. But this corridor is just too dangerous. See? Looks normal. One step inside, slam! You are trapped. And nobody's been standing after the doors reopen. No, sorry. If I tell you that, they're ingenious. No one knew how to get through the... But I figured it. It is a grid. But there's... Why does everyone always say that? See? I've been... Or better, I can help. I know. Please, let me help.
You realize that, of course...
Trust is maybe too strong a word. Then, when the arrange...
That was a bad idea, friend.
Did they have anything of value?
Oh, master lock here. All right. So, okay. I wonder what the... Interesting. I just disable deterrence. Oh, there's another lock over here. Ooh. One, two, three, four. That one? Yeah. There we go. A lot of boom booms.
Total system failure.
Oh no.
Did you need something?
Oh, okay. So she was Batman, is what you're saying.
Leon, you've done it. Find all you need to be the Mantis, my darling boy. I haven't been the best mother in these final days. I wish. Be a better Mantis. Be a better person than I was.
Oh, he did. He's like super dead. Neat. Cool. That's kind of slick. Yeah, so she was Batman. That's cool. Another set of unlocks to do. That's a 4.
Hope you can succeed at that before we are discovered. You have my attention. Did you need me?
Yes, carry all this crap for me. Thank you.
All right then.
Gummy bugs. Or find Orion. There's got to be a whole bunch of loot here, right? Ooh, that looks like an arsenal. Let me see. Oh, these are mostly tools. Drink pack. Paste. We are just being an absolute loot goblin. Nom 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 nom. What's all this?
You're doing well, Leon. Almost there. I know. Things have been difficult. The mantle of the Mantis is a heavy burden. But you can do so much good. The Spacers and pirates need someone to fear. Someone to check them. To make them realize some lines cannot be crossed. You have it in you, Leon. I know you do. Stay sharp, focused, just a little further.
Cool. So I just took Batman's stuff. Right? Oh, yeah. Ooh, buddy. Razor leaf.
Say the word, and we shall be on our way.
Yes?
You give me
If
back
there's
all that
anything-
stuff now. Oops.
I am happy.
Let's give her a different gun. I'll just give her back the Orion. You can take that though. Give you this. Give you that. And then, what does the AA9 take? The Orion take? 3kV LZR.
So, yes. Goodbye.
All right. Got a cool new ship too. Dang, it is a really cool looking ship. Needs to be upgraded though. Neat. Cool. Good recommendation, Zeus. This is a fun quest, and again, it had some pretty cool rewards.
Smugglers always like to use Hope-Tech ships to resemble legitimate transports. I wonder how the company feels about that.
Sure, we get the occasional bar fight. New phase, huh? Got some business with me? Well, it's a public space, as long as you don't interfere. Ranger Nia come. I'm a Hope Town. That being said. Likewise. Bye.
Go to this place, sell a whole bunch of stuff.
Excuse me?
You here? You ready to do some business? That's what I'm here for.
Well, Berserker boosted Beowulf. No, I think I'm good on that. I don't need this, don't need that. Keep the AA. I want to keep that, I want to modify it a little bit. This we can sell, because I have a named one. You have 762? You do. I will keep the calibrated then. Don't need this. Berserker negotiator. Oh, that looks like a grenade launcher. Okay.
Yes. What?
Pardon?
Okay, we should have a fair amount of credits now. We should be able to buy this grab drive.
Keep an eye on your valuables.
We could save valuable weight if we got rid of the pipe. As you know, I'll throw in the label. You're darn right it is. I recommend you go. We'll send the part along. Pleasure working with you.
Alright, what time is it? 45? Alright. Alright, guys. I think that is going to be it for me. I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. We're coming up on 10 o'clock. I have a doctor's appointment early in the morning, so I need to make sure I get some sleep for that. Thanks for hanging out. It was kind of just a nice chill stream. Just us and me talking with some people and playing some Starfield. I really hope that you guys are having a good night. I hope that everybody is enjoying any games they're playing. Tomorrow, no stream. I will be going to a concert with the wifey. Thursday, I don't know if I will stream yet or not. I'm old, so I might need a day or two to recover after a concert. I don't know yet. But if I do stream on Thursday, we may do a little bit of a day stream. So that way I have the evening free to do whatever I want to do. But thank you guys very much for hanging out. Thanks for any new chatters, any subscribes. Even if you're just hanging out and watching, really appreciate it. But I hope you guys have a good rest of your night, and I will see you all later. Bye bye.